Hello, welcome to this week's Tea Time Results Show. A roundup of the games that these societies have played, the winners, the special mentions, and an update of what's going on and how you can get involved. Okay, so we kicked this last 2 weeks off with Las Gaviotas. They played a waltz 1-2-3 on the 15th of July. 2 team games. We had in first place Alison Vasey, Susan Lyons and Ron Porter. And in second place, Mary Armitage, Irene Langley and Mags Ray. They were quickly followed by Sprightly Golf Society, who played a Pinehurst, 3 drives each. So another team game. In first place, we had Gordon Nielsen, Martin Geary, Glenn Elliott and Dave Bennett with 131 points. In second place, Glenn Trigg, Jerome Dooley, Jim Hall and Jeff Doyle with 130 points. And in third place, David Barkley, Pete Constable, Colin Reid and Steve Carter with 129 points. Nearest the pins on hole 3 and hole 13, Camille Vertonghen. On hole 5 and hole 11, Glenn Trigg. And hole 8 in 2, Gordon Nielsen. Okay, moving on to Wednesday, 16th of July. The Wednesday Golf Association played a Texas Scramble off the yellow tees. The team in first place with 53.7 net, which is a fabulous net score, Norman Morgan, Ian Butters and Terry Colvin. And in second place with 57.6, Steve Gill, Baz Elmore, Des Watts and Ian Stevenson. So Thursday, Friendly Golf Society on the 17th of May. There was no game because that was actually our club to golf competition. So we move on to Saturday, the 19th of July. The Clubhouse Golf Society played an individual Stableford, 3 scores to score on the front and 2 to score on the back 9. The team in first place with 111 points were Phil Houghton, Jimmy Butt, Hebby and Martin Geary. And second place with 106 points, Dave Spooner, Alistair Ray, Jim Hall and Jamie. Nearest the pins on hole 3, Logan Robertson. On hole 5, Chris Bye. Hole 11, Wally Firth. Hole 13, Dave Spooner. And hole 9 into Cat's Bar also played on Saturday, the 19th of July, and they played a Pinehurst with 2 to score and 2 drives each. The team in first place with 102 points, Sean Johnson, Norman Morgan, Luke Sharp and Dave Noakes. And in second place with 98 points, John Leyland, Baz Elmore, Don Bars and Steve Cronk. Nearest the pin on hole 3, Norman Morgan, and nearest the pin on hole 13, Sean Johnson. And there were 2 twos from Norman Morgan and Sean Johnson. Well done. Blackball Golf Society played on Sunday the 20th. They played an individual Stableford. First place with 35 points was Don Senior. In second place with 33 points, Des Watts. And in third place with 29 points, Joe Lawler. Sunday, the 20th of July, Sunshine Golf Society played. Pairs Stableford with both scores to count. The team in first place with 76 points, Colin Reid and Bob Lawrenson. Second place with 75 points, Mark Palmer and Neil Smith. And third place with 61 points, Geronimo Lopez and Frank Long. There were nearest the pin on hole 3, Bob Lawrenson. Nearest the pin on hole 5, Ron Porter. And nearest the pin on hole 11 and hole 13, Colin Reid. Okay, so moving forward then to Tuesday, the 22nd of July, Las Gaviotas played just a friendly 4-ball, better ball. There was a match going on in the background between Irene Langley and Sue Brew, which was won by Irene Langley. Well done, Irene. The rest of the ladies just played a doubles game. There was Hayley Barker and Ron Porter winning in first place. And in second place, Alison Vasey and Mags Ray. Again, following behind them, Sprightly Golf Society on the 22nd of July played a Texas Scramble with 3 drives each. The team in first place with 53.8 net, another fabulous result. Jim Chapman, Glenn Trigg, Phil Houghton and a ghost player. In second place with 58.4, Dave Spooner, Jim Hall, Alistair Ray and Ken Halley. And in third place with 60.5, Keith Humphrey, Spencer Truman, Gordon Nielsen and Jeff Doyle. Nearest the pin on hole 3, Glenn Trigg. Nearest the pin on hole 5, Pete Constable. Nearest the pin, hole 11, Glenn Trigg, and hole 13, Gary Davis. And nearest the pin in 2 on hole 8, Alistair Ray. Wednesday Golf Association, Wednesday the 23rd of July, played red, white and blue, a stroke index waltz. In first place with 117 on countback, Steve Gill, Steve Parsons, Brian Perkis and Trev Andrew. Second place, Neil Smith, Dave Oakes, Baz Elmore and Eugene, who was a picked card. And third place with 113, Norman Morgan, Dave Freer, Baz Elmore and Eugene Toy, who was a picked card. Thursday Friendly Golf Society played a throw and a mulligan. Again, another team game. In first place with 129 points, Jim Hall, Stephen Hanley, Keith Humphrey and Ken Halley. Second place with 127 points, Dave Mitchell, Les Skipsey, Gary Greenfield and Paul Weeks. And third place with 124 points, Bob Evans, Dave Bennett, Brian Arnold and Spencer Truman. Nearest the pins on hole 11 and hole 13, Ken Halley. Okay, Saturday, Clubhouse Golf Society played again a red, white and blue with 3 to score. The team in first place with 124 points, Hebby, Stephen H, Gordon Nielsen and Glenn Trigg. Second place with 120 points, Dave Spooner, Jerome Dooley, Martin Geary and Steve Carter. Nearest the pin on hole 3, Martin Geary. Nearest the pin, hole 11, Jerome Dooley. Hole 13, Jimmy Butt, and hole 8 in 2, Glenn Trigg. Cats Bar, Saturday the 26th, individual Stableford singles. First place, 38 points with Norman Morgan, and second place with 36 points, John Leyland. Twos, Norman Morgan on hole 11 and 13, and Rab Young on hole 11. Sunday, 27th of July, the Black Bull played their individual Stableford singles. In first place with 34 points, John Keane. Second place with 32 points, Joe Lawler. And third place, Peter Devine with 31 points. Sunshine Golf Society, Saturday the 27th of July, played a modified Irish Rumble. The team in first place with 89 points, Rob Wollstonecroft, Rob Greatley, Ray Lyons and Mary Armitage. And in second place with 85 points, Colin Reid from Porter, Neil Smith and Gary Davis. Nearest the pin on hole 3, Ray Lyons. On hole 5, Colin Reid. Hole 11, Gary Lovejoy. Hole 13, Rob Wollstonecroft. Hole 8 in 2, Dennis Jones. And hole 15 in 3, Ron Porter. There were 5 twos winners, Hayley Barker, Colin Reid, Rob Wollstonecroft, Gary Lovejoy and Bob Lawrenson. Okay, so that's a roundup of the results for this week. Okay, so that's enough of that. And with me in the studio today is Rob Greatley.
Hi again, Hayley. Hi everybody, great to see you all again.
What are we talking about today?
Oh well, I thought we'd just do some general chat about some of the things that's been going on the golf course.
Okay. Can we start with Golf Directo?
Right.
Because it's kind of a new thing which we've introduced just recently on some of the competitions.
Yeah, it's a big change.
It is a big change because, you know, before we've just done manual scoring with the cards and then the cards get submitted from the golf shop. But we're trying to move into the 21st century a little bit.
That's basically what we're trying to do, yeah. I mean, as it happens, like we've been using Golf Directo with Sunshine Golf Society for quite a while.
Yeah,
now,
we have.
And it seems to work really well.
Yeah, I think it was a bit scary for people at first, you know, because it's like
technology.
it's just a whole different way of doing things, and you know, you're sort of updating things as you go around, and it was a bit scary.
Although I actually think what's done is really, really popular now. So
yeah.
So,
but I know a lot of the federation competition, they all use Golf Directo, so
yeah,
I think it's the way forward.
Well, the federation is actually linked with Golf Directo. I mean, Golf Directo is linked to the federation, but for the handicaps and everything, so everything with federation.
Okay, so for people who haven't used it before, basically Golf Directo is an electronic scoring system, and the competition is set up beforehand with everybody's sort of federation number, so it's all linked to the federation, and it's an electronic system whereby you have it on your phone and you start the round. Yep. As you kick off, it just brings up your team.
Yep.
And basically, you just fill your scorings as you
and you can run
around.
it. You can use it for individual. You can use it for pairs. You can use it for scramble.
Yeah.
You can use it for certain team formats, not many, but it's quite versatile.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. One of the plus things for me is that you can actually record your scores against everybody else as you're going round.
Yeah, so you're talking about the leaderboard.
The leaderboard. I know not everybody likes that, but let's just talk about that for a minute because I think it's.
I mean, as you say, some people like it. Some people don't like it very much because they feel it puts them under pressure or what have you. There is a way. Once we've got the full package, that we'll be able to turn the leaderboard off. So don't worry about it for now.
Yeah, because currently we're just working on a temporary package.
Yeah, we're working
sort of
on
a very package.
A very basic
yeah,
system.
where it you can't turn the leaderboard off.
No.
But once we have the full package, which we're in the process of getting, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And what about different competitions? I know we've had issues recently with setting up competitions with people playing off different tee boxes, but I think that's something that we've now
I mean,
overcome.
I've been doing a little bit of work recently because I know there was issues. Certain members wanted to play, when we were playing off white tees, they want to play off the blue tees.
Yeah.
But when you first set the competition up, you can only specify white tees for men, red tees for ladies. But I found out recently that once you set the competition up, you can actually go into individual players and put them basically off a different tee.
Yeah.
So it is actually possible for people to play on multiple tees within the same competition.
Yeah, I think that's really important. Actually, that's
100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
because
it was an issue that we were having a problem finding a resolution for, but we've got the resolution now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. So fantastic. So just keep that in mind and ready for the next Club to Golf competition. Hopefully we will have a resolution to that issue.
Absolutely.
So.
I mean, if anybody wants to play off blue tees, let us know. It's possible to do that, and you can still play in the same competition, which is great.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, as I say, I think it's the way forward. I think our plan is to continue using Golf Directo for all our monthly competitions.
I mean, I think we just got to push forward for it, and hopefully people will get used to it, and then it'll just become the normal.
And the other thing is as well, once we've got the full package, other societies can actually use Golf Directo for their own competitions.
Yeah, well, I mean, it will be possible to do that. And the other thing that also getting the full package means that the shop staff won't need to set up the competitions for us anymore because the scores will be able to go direct to the federation.
Yeah, which will take a whole load of work off them.
Yeah, very much.
So it's like a win-win for everybody.
Oh, 100%,
really,
yeah. I think it's good for the club as well.
Yeah.
And by the way, nearly every other club in the area, Condado, Hacienda, nearly all the golf courses in the area use Golf Directo.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. And also, I suppose it opens the opportunity for the club to do federated competitions.
Yes.
You know, which we don't at the moment, but you know, in the future, maybe if we've got Golf Directo, you know, it'd be a massive bonus for the club because we can actually do proper competitions, attract people in from
100%,
other clubs, other societies.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's just a lot more professional.
I mean, there's a possibility. I think that the Heineken are coming in October.
Yeah.
So if we've got it all set up, I mean, that's going to be fantastic for that. So look out for that.
Yeah, I know. I think it's kind of confirmed, but not 100% yet. But hopefully we'll get the Heineken Cup, and that will be a massive boost for the club.
Yeah, and if we've got the Golf Directo running and it's all digital and everything, I mean, they're going to be happy about that as well. So it's a definite plus.
Yeah. Okay. So if it's one of those things that you're a little bit unsure about, just stick with it. You know, it is a massive plus for the club, and once you get used to it, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's quite professional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Other things that we have to talk about.
Well, I assume we were talking about Golf Directo. there's been I wouldn't say an issues, but I mean some people are not happy with the countback system.
Yeah, I was going to mention the countback system because obviously on Camposol, different societies have different rules for how they deal with even scores, you know, and how they determine who's winning on countback.
Okay.
You know, so obviously some of the societies use the back nine.
There's no problem with that, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's everybody's perfectly entitled to choose whichever system they want to use.
Yeah, I mean, societies, you can do what you can choose whatever rules you like. It doesn't affect. And by the way, even if you're playing a qualifier, you can still do your team. And you can make all sorts of, as long as the scores, as long as you're putting the ball in the hole and you're all playing your own ball, the scores can still go to the federation regardless of what your team format is.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So it doesn't make any difference.
But with Golf Directo, what's the ruling for?
Well, it's not so much with Golf Directo, but because the federation use Golf Directo for all of their competitions, they use the countback system that is designed for Golf Directo.
Yeah.
Where on the old handicap system, you used if there was a countback situation, you'd use the last 9 holes, the best score on the last 9 holes, and if that was still a tie, you'd use the best of the last 6 holes, and if that was best of the last 3. You can't do that system on Golf Directo, it doesn't work. So the easiest way to do it is to say that the lowest handicap will always win the countback.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the reason for that is because it's easy for the system to work out.
Yeah.
The system can't work out countback on the old way.
No, because there's no way of it knowing
doing
that at all. So yeah.
So we just got to get used to the fact that lowest handicap.
The lowest handicap wins
always
when it comes to countback.
It always wins the countback. Yeah.
Okay. Well, everyone's in the same boat, aren't they? So.
Yeah, there is a reason for that, by the way.
Okay.
The person the person with the lowest handicap would always have the lowest gross score to achieve the same result. So that's why that system's used. So there you go.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully that's cleared a few things up on Golf Directo.
Yeah.
A couple of other topical things that are going on at the minute. We've got some course updates, haven't we?
Yeah.
Obviously, Camposol has been struggling with a bit of a bunker problem for some time.
For many years, I think.
For many years. You know, we probably don't have time today. Trust me, we don't have time today to go into the whys and wherefores of the bunker system and how we've ended up where we are. But maybe we'll save that for another show when we've got, you know.
Well, I think it's easy to say. I just think personally, I think it's a lack of maintenance.
Yeah, I know, but there's a lot of history there. But anyway, we'll save that for another one.
Okay.
Yeah. But on the plus side, we have had quite a bit of work going on bunkers.
Yeah, I mean
over the last couple of weeks, which is fantastic.
Paco ordered a lot of. I think it was like something in the region of 55 tons of sand to use in the bunkers. It didn't go very far, by the way.
No, it didn't. I think we've got three bunkers done. So there's
2 on the front, 2 on the 9th.
On the 9th, and then the bunker on the 3rd. Yeah,
so,
which is quite a big bunker.
Yeah,
so.
55 tons of sand, by the way, for 3 bunkers. So yeah, it's a lot.
I know.
But have you been in the bunkers?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
So have I, and I'll tell you what, great to get out of.
Well, speak for yourself. It's sand. We're not used to sand at Camposol.
I love it. But no, I mean, it's good for the course.
Yeah.
And congratulations to Paco, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put a lot of effort in.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's a massive step in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I think he's just kind of waiting to see how these bed in.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he's asking for feedback from people as well. So again, if you've got some feedback on how you're finding the bunkers, Paco will be more than happy to get that. And he'll take on board any comments that anybody's got. And then, you know, once we've got those right, then he'll kind of move on and we'll start to get the rest of them.
I need to speak to him because we need some rakes.
Okay. Chino, maybe for the rakes. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see if we can sort that out.
Yeah, we'll see if we can sort that out.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
that's
all positive on the course update.
Yeah.
And also one other topical thing at the moment is we've had some changes to the local rules.
We have.
Yeah.
Sensible changes.
Sensible changes.
Yeah.
So do you want to pick up on that?
Which one do you want to do first?
Let's start with the buggy paths because that's quite a big one.
Okay. So a lot of people, I mean, I've been told for years, people have been taking relief when they're standing on the path. There is no general rule for taking relief when you are standing on a path. Rule 16.1 says you can take relief from an abnormal course condition, which is what a path is, if it affects your area of swing or your intended stance. Well, anybody could decide whether or not standing on a path is interrupting with your swing. I don't say that it isn't. I don't believe that it is. With your area of swing, definitely not. But seeing as we've been told so many times that it's always been a case of Camposol, if you're standing on the path, you get relief. We've had a look at the RNA's website and their committee procedures, and they on their committee procedure site, they have a lot of model local rules that you can choose for all sorts of different things. So we found one on there for standing on the paths, and it's basically says now that all paths are regarded as abnormal course conditions for which you can get free relief.
Yeah.
So from now on, if you're standing on the path, there's no argument about it, you can have free relief.
Yeah. I think it's really important to clarify that point because although, as you said, it's been kind of a unspoken local rule on Camposol for a number of years, I'd say probably all the societies have always used that rule, but in reality it wasn't actually a proper
No, there is no general rule for it. So basically you've got to have a local rule that says...
So it's now been incorporated officially into the local rules, and so now you get relief if you're standing on the path. And
no argument about it anymore. Yeah. So if you're standing on the path, you can have relief.
Yeah, good. Yeah, glad we've got that one clarified.
Well, it's a plus for everybody, isn't it?
It's a plus for everybody.
There's no argument now. So.
Yeah, okay. And just one other thing on the local rules as well, and this is a bit of a historical one. On the 15th, we have an internal out of bounds. Yeah, so on the 15th, if your ball goes over the path, on the right-hand side, that is out of bounds, which, is in the local rules. Everybody knows what it is. There's white posts signifying that all the way down. But why is that? What was the purpose of it? And is it still relevant?
Well, I think it was put into place before I even moved to Camposol, so I don't know the whole history of it, but I understand that it was introduced by when Colin Dorset owned the course, or was running the course. Was
it for a safety reason?
I would imagine it is. Because, when the ball's coming from quite a long way back on the 15th tee, so if you're walking up the 14th fairway, but
then the
ball's going to come over anyway.
And the same could be said if you're teeing off on the 14th.
Yeah, well, I mean,
because how many people go over the path onto the other side when people are coming down from the 15th? Yeah. So if it was a safety thing, it should apply. Both ways, really.
It doesn't really.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, it doesn't make it any safer having it out of bounds because the ball's still going to come over whether there's white stakes there or not.
Oh So whether it's out of bounds or
So the only thing I would say is that probably the reason for the out of bounds movement was to try and prevent people from deliberately going over that way.
Yeah, as a shortcut to avoid.
Yeah, because if you've got a draw, then you can draw the ball over the top of that. But
it'd be interesting actually just to find out, the reasons behind why it was introduced. If anybody knows that, please let us know.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting to find out actually. Even I would be quite interested in that as well.
And if it's still relevant, and whether we actually still need that rule. So there you go. Something to get involved with if you'd like to. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, if you feel strongly that maybe it should be removed, then get in touch. I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely discuss at the next AGM or wherever.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you, Rob.
You're welcome.
Interesting as always.
Yeah, a few little updates, and the course is coming on, and everything's good. So
fantastic. All right. Thank you very much, Rob.
Great to be here.
Enjoyed that. Okay, if you're interested in playing with any of the societies mentioned, please get in touch with the golf shop and they'll connect you with the relevant captain. And also, if you'd like your society featured on our results show, get in touch and we'll let you know how you can get involved. Okay, thanks again, Rob. Really enjoyed that.
Thanks, Amy. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.